Okay, I think we might get started. So welcome to the Special Council meeting to discuss the Norma Landfill Alternative Project. This matter... So welcome to the Special Council meeting to discuss the Norma Landfill Alternative Project. Nice little echo there. We might need to turn that volume down. Okay, so nice little echo there. We might need to turn that volume down. Okay, so turn it down. Yeah. Just thank you. Okay, thanks. So firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the land that we meet on tonight is the traditional lands for the Kaurna people, and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge the Kaurna people as the custodians of the Greater Adelaide region, and that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to the living Kaurna people today. So we have a roll call. Councillor Koch is an apology. And we have Councillor Hennessy has not said that she's coming or going, so she's a non-attendance. Are there any motions to grant leave of absence, councillors? There be none. There's no leave of absence. There's no deputations. Declarations of interest. Yes, Councillor White.
Thanks, Mayor Redmond. I have declaring a material conflict of interest for item 5.1 because I'm a deputy board member of Norma.
Yeah.
And I'll deal with it by leaving the chamber. And
yeah.
As it's the only item on the agenda, I'll leave for the remainder of the meeting.
Thank you. Any other declarations of interest? Councillor Solomon.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'll be declaring a material conflict of interest for item 5.1 as I'm a board member of Norma, and I'll be dealing with that by leaving the chamber. And similar to Councillor White, I will be downstairs doing some work, but I don't intend to come back to the meeting.
Thank you. Okay. So we move now on to confidential reports. I'd like to welcome council members and staff to this special council meeting. Tonight's special council meeting has been called pursuant to Section 82 of the Local Government Act. I'll read out the specific sections of the Act. In accordance with Sections 83.5 and 84.6 of the Local Government Act 1999, the Chief Executive Officer considers that this item may be considered in confidence by the Council on the grounds set out below, and therefore will remain confidential until the Council resolves how this item is to be classified. So specifically, pursuant to Section 92, Part 2 and Section 90, Part 3, D, 1, 2, J, 1 and 2 of the Local Government Act 1999, the meeting orders that the public be excluded from attendance at this part of the meeting. D, 1, 2 and J, 1 and 2, commercial information of a confidential nature, not being a trade secret, the disclosure of which could reasonably be expected to prejudice the commercial position of the person who supplied the information or to confer a commercial advantage on a third party, and would on balance be contrary to the public interest, information the disclosure of which would divulge information provided on a confidential basis by or to a Minister of the Crown or another public authority or official not being an employee of the Council or a person engaged by the Council, and would on balance be contrary to the public interest. So after resolution to consider item 5.1 in confidence, for the purposes of those watching the live stream, if anyone is watching, as the Council has resolved, we may resolve to consider item 5.1 Norma Landfill Alternative Project in confidence, and as this is the only item on the agenda immediately following this item, the meeting will close. As such, the live stream will end very, very shortly. So we will, I will ask for a mover for the officer's recommendation, Councillor Davies.
And just, I think there's a slight double up on the people who are going to be there because Mr. Goodsell is there in 2 different roles.
Yeah, that needs to go. Yep, thank you. Do you want to explain why we're going into confidence? What I said? Yeah, okay. Do I have a seconder? Deputy Mayor, thank you. If there's no further discussion, I'm going to put that motion. All those in favour of going into confidence? Carried unanimously. So